Tekken 8 has a unique character roster, each with their own appeal, strengths, weaknesses and gameplay obviously. Among them stands a man blessed by the stars and the leader of a secret organization sworn to purge the world of demonic presence. Well, unless the demons have eyes on their chest. In that case, he's a bit outmatched. Anyway, he is an exorcist who blends divine arts with some questionably theatrical brawling.
Why?
Yet, I'm not here to talk about balance, nor am I making a guide. I'm here to talk about how it feels to play
Claudio Serafino!
Here's a question for you. What happens when you mix JoJo's Bizarre Adventure with a sprinkle of Bleach's Quincy aesthetics? You get Claudio, firstly introduced in Tekken 7. Alongside his over-the-top animations, Claudio brought a game-changing install mechanic that, over the time, has become something of a trend. Like, seriously, is this some kind of fetish nowadays? Half of them I have no fucking idea what they do. His install, called Starburst, activates whenever he lands specific moves. Like Sylvia, which is cool because he shouts like he's calling out his opponent into preparation for the offensive. This buff alters properties of certain moves, such as turning the unsafe Blue Moon into the safe Blue Moon Burst. And also unlocking new extensions like Aurora Pactum, a move so stylish
Bitch, I'm fabulous! Oh!
it might feel like Claudio is auditioning for some type of dance competition. So, yeah, Starburst, it's core to Claudio's damage and gameplay. Each Starburst enhanced move consumes the buff, so you'll need to land another trigger or loop it in the middle of combos to keep on the offensive. But, if you ask me, he's a pretty honest character. No big gimmicks, no insane advantages, no crazy pressure, and no way to start an effective offense. Yeah, about that. I'm kidding, those examples were staged. Well, most of them. The thing is, Claudio is one of the easiest characters in the game, if not the easiest one to learn, boasting the smallest move list in the roster with really good tools to control the mid-range and punishing whiffs. One of them being Vanishing Storm, that does a triple job as a keep out, homing and wall splat move. I'm not gonna lie, it is oddly satisfying to land it against another aggressive gorilla that tries to approach you. Not only that, when under pressure he can be a slippery motherfucker. The right use of both Blue Moon or Sky/Nova when in a pinch can rapidly turn the tables, and it's so... Oh yeah, it feels good to land it. When you play Claudio, you're basically signing a contract to only use mids, highs and pokes. As for him, his low hitting moves are slow, risky, or both. But are they completely useless? Obviously not. They surely are useful. I forgot to count how many times they cheesed me out of some close rounds. And about his string pressure. You just can't use them without leaving him extremely vulnerable to be pummeled by other fighters. On the other hand, his single hit pressure is amazing, especially his approach with Ira, which, can it be ducked or sidestepped?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, but if you aren't that predictable with his usage, is a good way to get a bit of pressure, mainly by the fact that this move is one of his heat engagers. Speaking of which, for those who don't know, Heat is a state that the character can enter once per round, using his Heat button or landing some moves that have the Heat engager properties, which empowers them for a limited time. To be honest, I think that Claudio is very strong when in Heat, just because he gains the ability to pressure his opponent with relatively safe offense because of his quote-unquote unlimited Starburst usage. But why do I say unlimited on quotes? because when you use it, instead of consuming the buff, it drains a chunk of your hit bar, allowing you to get just a set amount of moves to really pressure or capitalize damage on. Now, moving on the topic of damage, Claudio's is really reliant on his install, as without it and walls, he tends to be on the lower end of the combo damage scale. The buff, when it's being activated, has an animation that overrides any other inputs. So it's common to, when you don't know what you're doing, like me, to drop every other combo because of this shit. But when it's already activated, he can easily combine them to optimize his game plan and damage overall. But what is his game plan? Well, besides winning, it's outplay his opponent, all while resisting the urge to autopilot, because let's be honest, when you already have a small and simple move list, with selected fields that are really effective, it's easy to be predictable on what you're going to throw against someone. So that's why he has amazing whiff punishment tools. Some giving combos and some just being damaging punishers that give a good advantage.
I am speed.
In the end, Claudio is a character who rewards players that prioritize fundamentals over gimmicks. His toolkit may have its bullshits, but is all about knowing how to space your opponent out, exploit their weaknesses, and capitalize on opportunities. Sure, he has some oppressive moves too, but those tools shine brightest in the hands of a player who knows how to outthink their opponent. Claudio thrives on outplaying, not overwhelming. And trust me, when you pull off a perfectly timed whiff punish, read your opponent's move, or some filthy counter rage art that seemingly reference something, you'll understand how it feels to play Claudio Serafino.
You win.
Hey, comment, like and subscribe, and tell me in the comments below what you think about Claudio. And I see you guys in the next video. Tschüss!